I'm Diana Felzone, and this is 4for4 SciTech. A virtual autopsy reveals King Tut did not die in a chariot crash, but more likely he died young due to an inherited illness. James, do you think this really is King Tut?
It could be. I mean, it's a fascinating science story. You know, DNA analysis, CT scans.
200.
Yeah, I've given us maybe this indication that he wasn't the guy that we thought he was. I mean, it seems that he suffered from a lot of genetic illnesses. He had a club foot. And I have to say, though, some of the media reports around this, you know, the tone of them has been pretty unpleasant. So I don't know, it is both a blessing and a curse.
Right. Major takeaway, don't have kids with your own sibling because that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a kid with a club foot.
Right, before the laws changed.
Very cool that science is still able to delve deep into someone that died thousands of years ago, but I would hope that our best and brightest minds are putting their attention on problems that we need to solve today.
And I think it's really interesting too, not only are they using technology in this way, but they're able to take something that happened so long ago, figure it out, and then it's trending on Twitter, and you say someone at work, oh, did you hear King Tut's parents, you know, the brother and sister?
I think King Tut is rolling in his mummified grave, and he's like, why am I trending with Renee Zellweger? A big trend of late is merging tech and fitness, and Microsoft wants to be a part of it. They were reportedly set to launch a fitness-focused smartwatch within weeks. But isn't the media already saturated with this kind of product, Gabrielle?
I think it's pretty interesting. People were talking about the Apple Watch for months, speculating about it. I don't think anyone really cares what Microsoft is going to do. I don't think there are high expectations. And people have really not taken to wearables the way that everyone has wanted them to do, especially in tech media. So I don't know if Microsoft is going to turn the dial in any way.
I think this is actually a good opportunity for them. Like I've said here before, I was unimpressed with the
Apple Watch. To keep being the second best?
You know what, who knows? Maybe the bar is set pretty low for them. They could surprise. The Apple Watch, I don't think is that impressive. It'll probably sell a lot, but there could be an opportunities in other niches around this. You know, Microsoft, they could do this.
And the battery is really important too. They're predicting 2 days of battery life, and that's huge because a lot of smartwatches now are only about 1. So if you can sleep with it, if you can wear it longer, that's a really big advancement.
Wearable tech is definitely the future, but unfortunately, there is an app for that. This might be the coolest creation in tech so far, at least I think so. An actual, real deal hoverboard is still in its early stages of development, but would you use a hoverboard to get around, Samantha? Because I totally
I don't know if I'm the target audience for that. I don't have a lot of balance, and I'm not exactly sure if I would use it to commute. But I think it's really interesting that, you know, technology is evolving this way, and it seems like you won't really be able to use it on streets. You have to use it under special ground.
It's just working some things out.
So that's right. And it's a Kickstarter project. We know to take that with a grain of salt. But I think the fact that people are thinking about this, you know, leads us into a little bit more what to expect in the future.
Remember when they were saying that the Segway was going to be the transformative technology of the 21st century?
Just made fun of everybody on a Segway.
I have a feeling we're going to see tomorrow's mall cops on this hoverboard.
It's all very Back to the Future, you know. I mean, I'm not going anywhere near it. I couldn't even skateboard, so just the sheer sight of it just frightens me. No, I'm not dealing with it.
I was watching the video that they had for the Kickstarter campaign, and I really couldn't see any of the hovering. They said it goes 3 inches off the ground, and I'm like, does it?
Almost like an air hockey puck, just slightly
It
enough.
mostly is a skateboard with a little bit of a pump to it.
Right.
All right, today's auction of one of the first Apple I computers could bring in some serious money. How much are they hoping this baby goes for, James?
So the auction house Bonhams is estimating $300,000 to $500,000, but another Apple One sold for $672,000. So this could go for big money. I saw it last week. It's one of the last few that's still operational.
But who's the consumer for this? Like, who's going to want this
One of
product?
the young tech billionaires in Silicon Valley that just has too much money, doesn't even know what to do with it. You got the private jet. Why not drop, you know, $1 million on one of the first Apple computers?
Yeah. And it's workable too. So it's not only that these are rare and you can't find them, it's one of the working ones, and that's huge too. So it's probably not the people that are lining up around the Apple store, you know, the fanboys and fangirls of the world.
The fanboys and fangirls would have to just band together in like droves in order to afford that.
Right. Exactly.
They barely can afford anything that Apple's selling as it is.
Right.
Now you know what we think. Tell us what you think on Twitter with the hashtag 4for4SciTech.